Hello and welcome to Highly Questionable. We've got some news today, Izzy. What do you like on the show?
Oh, Magic Johnson. He's so much better on live television than he is on Twitter.
Best broadcasting he's ever done today. Dale, papi.
Did the Raptors convince you that they will make this a series?
I don't care about predicting this stuff. I don't care about one-game samples. I do care about this, though. When you thought the Raptors were going to Raptor, they did not, because they have a guy who's never before been a Raptor. Kawhi Leonard saved their season in every way that superstars save seasons. He did it by shutting down Antetokounmpo on one end, making him look offensively inept in a way that we have not seen this entire season. Antetokounmpo did not have any answers when Kawhi Leonard was guarding him, and then on top of that, tired and hurt, Kawhi Leonard drags them over the finish line when you thought, and the entire country of Canada thought, the Toronto Raptors were going to Raptor. This is why you trade for this guy. This is why you have him for this year and you take your chances, because he's that kind of good.
I think a lot of people were doubting the Raptors after games 2 and 3 in that Philadelphia series. I myself thought they were going to lose that series after watching that and thinking everybody around Kawhi was not going to perform well enough to get them past it. And now they started this series thinking, hey, you're going to doubt them again. The one main thing that they've been doing poorly is missing open shots when they lose. And so they made the other shots the other night. And when you throw in the factor of Antetokounmpo being defended, yes, he can be defended, obviously, because he does not have a jumper. You just haven't found the person who can do it. Kawhi Leonard is probably the most qualified person to do it. So if you want to say Giannis can't keep up this poor shooting for the rest of the series, he might, because Kawhi is covering him.
What we gave you before this game as a stat was that there were 31 times this season before this game where Kawhi Leonard was matched up on Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo got off 3 shots in those 31 possessions. It replayed itself yesterday, and it was a bit confusing to see. It tells you there's no one on the perimeter in that league who could defend the way that extraterrestrial does.
Well, the guy who impressed the hell living crap out of me was Fred VanVleet. That guy, he was the spark plug. VanVleet. Have you heard that name before? That little guy with the beard? That's the guy that made it happen.
He was 1 for 11.
Are you buying that the new Draymond is here to stay?
Okay, when we say new Draymond, because the real Draymond always shows up for all games. He shows up in Game 7 when none of the other Warriors do, and they're losing to LeBron James. He's always around giving you consistent energy. But when we talk about new Draymond, we're talking about not getting technical fouls, not being too emotional. Listen to him on this.
I realized I had got to a point to where I was doing more crying than playing. And I'm sure it was disgusting to watch because I felt disgusting playing that way. And I just wanted to, lock back in on the game.
He mentioned his mom had an influence on this. He mentioned his fiance had an influence on this. And what's great is that it's not just the self-awareness of him on the court, but he's recognizing that everybody's telling you, hey, you don't need to do all that stuff. You are a great player. We're giving you credit. The refs will give you credit. Just don't yell at them so much. I think that self-awareness there is great for Draymond, and it happens to be coming at a time where he's playing great, carrying his team with KD out, and seems like he's locking in that max contract with the Warriors now, because if his value wasn't known before, it's certainly known right now.
And what Izzy is saying that makes it a little stickier than you might think, right? Because the way emotion works, the way mad works and frustrated work, you're not thinking logically about these things. You're just reacting when you're upset. But when it comes from the women in your life, and he just said fiance and mother, and they're telling you, hey, you kind of look disgusting out there, you end up getting a press conference like that.
Do you know who is happy that there is a new Draymond?
Who's that?
The groins of every player in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. All of them.
Kicks, no more kicks.
Consensus.
He didn't say he was going to stop doing that. He said he was going to stop yelling at the refs.
The groins are sitting around saying, look, we can't agree on anything, but this one we agree on. We're happy about this.
Is Dominic Brazil right that the refs stopped the fight too early?
Come on, man. This is not the way to discuss this. We just want to show you a knockout because Deontay Wilder is a bad man. And when he hits you, he's got heavy hands. And when you look at this video, what you're going to end up seeing is a guy who knows that when he connects, the fight is over. Nobody is getting up from that. This guy wasn't going to get up from that in the first round. You get hit by that guy, people need to protect you from yourself. You do not want to stay being hit by that guy.
Well, what I find amazing about Wilder is he seems to be perfect for this heavyweight champion role, because before the boxing match, he's telling everybody, hey, it's the only sport where it's legal to kill a guy, so, hey, maybe I might do that. And then afterward tells, hey, Brazil, I just want you to be able to hug and kiss your family after the match. I want everybody to be okay. It's just like, man, these multiple personalities. But when you can do that, you can say whatever you want.
Hey, Dominic, I got a word for you, a couple of words for you. If you want to build your confidence back, you come down here to Miami and you find my son, you find my son. He won't even throw a punch at you, He'll be busy running around circles, running around circles, you know what I mean?
Slowly.
He's not going to face you. Nothing to worry about.
Slowly, not a lot of stamina. If you want to go there, probably you'll catch me very quickly.
Are you here for Magic Gun Scorch Earth on Rob Pelican and the Lakers?
Okay, his name is not Rob Pelican. It is Pelinka. He looks a bit like Rob Lowe. He looks too much like Rob Lowe. This was an amazing thing to watch on First Take because Magic Johnson basically only protected LeBron James. He took out everyone else, Pelinka among them as a backstabber, but look at everyone else in the organization also getting taken out.
Does Magic Johnson feel betrayed, and if so, by whom?
Well, I think if you're going to talk betrayal, it's only with Rob. I had to look inside myself, right? But I had been doing that for months because I didn't like that Tim Harris was too involved in basketball. He's supposed to run the Laker business, but he was trying to come over to our side. Jeannie's got to stop that, right? You got to stop people from having those voices, Molly, you talked about. It's too many people at the table. And so what happens, everybody gets to share their opinion, and it's so much information coming at her that then when I say, hey, we have to do this, she can't make a decision because they said, no, don't go the way Magic go, you should go left.
Other people already got to her.
Exactly.
When he says there are too many people at the table, and then he starts talking about backstabbing, and then he starts talking about not having the power that he thought he did, it's just another view of a bumbling front office that has this sort of incestuous nature about it because, it's got to be former Lakers and only people with Lakers ties, and then you bring in people from different eras to try to clean this thing up that's happening, and it's a disaster, and you get this infighting, and all of a sudden, it could threaten to collapse all of it. And who's going to fix it? Now you've got Frank Vogel at the head trying to bring this thing home after they got rid of Luke Walton. It's just embarrassing to see. And Magic Johnson, even though he said from the beginning of that interview, he said, look, I was brought in, I told them I wouldn't be around a while. I told them the way I was going to do this job, and that I was going to get Rob Pelinka to learn and sort of learn under my wing. And to think that he could actually run this organization and do all these things from a distance is not only arrogant and naive, so he has just as much to blame as Jeannie Buss and everybody else in that front office. It's a disaster. I have no idea how they're going to fix that.
I love the idea that when I reported to many people, Magic Johnson has a lot of media friends, that Magic Johnson wasn't around the facility very much. ESPN executives got a call complaining about that coverage about Magic Johnson. That call came from Rob Pelinka, who was also made upset by the fact that Magic Johnson wasn't around very much. I understand in Pelinka's job if he would say, hey, Magic, you're not working hard enough. I would like some more time with you being around. Magic Johnson admits he wasn't working very hard. That's a very difficult job to do if you're not around very much.
Are you kidding me? The real reason that he's leaving is because the Unibrow deal fell through and now he's running for cover. He's just saying, what happened here? What happened here? What happened here? It's like a sinking ship. No, I thought he thought he was going to be the captain of a majestic ship and all of this.
And then it was a sinking ship. And he's like, I got to get out of here. It's Luke Walton's fault. It's Pelinka. But not LeBron. It's not LeBron. No, not LeBron.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
And there it is. He's been wanting to do that all his life. Get off me. I run better without your tires weight on my back.
Is that what would happen if we got rid of all the jockeys? The horses would run anyway?
He kept running and, by the way, didn't finish last.
Time to play the game that can't believe he wasted a decade watching Game of Thrones for it to end like that. Do you question?
Never seen an episode. I'm kind of glad everybody's mad. You give us topics and events and we question.
What is Game of Thrones?
Do you question if Bud Express ran a good race?
What?
Bud Express.
Bodie Express. I'm sorry. Bodie, I didn't understand what he said. Okay, let's check out the Preakness here. Butt Express? What the hell is that? What are you watching late at night? Bodie Express here, people. And there it is. He's been wanting to do that all his life. Get off me. I run better without watch your tires weight on my back.
Is that what would happen if we got rid of all the jockeys? The horses would run anyway?
He kept running and, by the way, didn't finish last.
Wow.
How bad do you feel as the
Seriously.
jockey who's looking at that horse's saying that's got no jockey? Why can't I catch up? Next to last, he finished. Look at that other guy. Look at that guy in the red jacket. He's useless. He's saying that horse doesn't
Questioning
have a
his
jockey.
entire life
Why
right
is
now.
my horse running off to the right?
That is a good horse.
That concludes our coverage of the Preakness with the punctuation, that is a good horsey.
I know someone else who doesn't need a jockey.
Who?
What?
This is the strangest video we've ever thrown into.
Is this a thing?
What do you mean, is this a thing? I'm not sure what we're watching. What was that?
Do you question who got it worse?
Canadian Hockey League, Mooseheads and Raiders. What do we have here? Who got this worse?
While he was flying toward the glass there.
Let me see the end of it again. Let me see if the green guy's head gets smashed by the guy whose face went into the glass.
Oh,
Yeah. This was the... that right there is the aforementioned Butt Express he just got on the back of his head.
Do you question if this is a proud moment?
El Paso Community College. We got a graduation ceremony. I wish my father hadn't been drinking and had been at my graduation ceremony. I came home, I was all excited. Dad, I just graduated. He was slurring too much to be understood. Let's see what we have here. Oh! You have to land that correctly if that's what you're going to do.
definitely not a warlock. What is that attempt? I hope he got a degree in medicine.
It couldn't have been a degree in backflips.
Well, I have seen things going worse for a graduate.
Wow.
Oh, is this the woman walking across the field? Yes, it is. Thank you, Poppy.
Okay.
Thank you. This is good here. It's an ESPN classic. Dios mío.
how are those
Eso duele.
ankles
Ay. Oh, no, she got it. She's going to get there. Oh.
She almost made it.
No, she didn't
Congratulations.
almost make it.
almost
She
made
never
it.
makes it. That's where it always ends.
Coming up next on my son's TV show,
Roll on over with me, honey. Underneath the starry sky.
Come on, he can bring it. He can shake it. You call him soft?
Saucy.
Oh, saucy. Saucy. I thought you said soft sausage.
to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I have done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I have tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. But it don't matter. It really doesn't tear you apart anymore.
Thanks for nothing, Adele.
Highly questionable is broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that thinks Kevin Durant should come host this show for a day since the Warriors don't need him. See? Oh no.
You tell us what to watch on television tonight. We'll tell you if we're intrigued.
Tonight on ESPN, Game 4, Warriors and Blazers.
No, thank you. I am not interested. I know you find it shocking. I'm not watching 3-0 games. I don't care anymore about 3-0 games when Damian Lillard is hurt. But let's check in with the Portland dance team. Yeah, big man, bring it. Woo. I mean, come on, he can bring it. He can shake it. You call him soft?
Saucy.
Oh, saucy. Saucy. I thought you said soft sausage. That's what I thought he said. I'm sorry. I thought that's what he said. He said saucy. Sexy, saucy, soft, sausage. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Izzy, are you intrigued? right.
I mean, yes, I'm intrigued.
Yes,
Let's go.
Poppy, are you intrigued? That's what it sounded like. Soft sausage. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Listen, I know that have been a little bit off on my predictions in this series, but I'm telling you something. I'm coming back.
Okay.
I'm picking up the Blazers
He's
in
gonna
7.
stick with
That's
it.
right.
Yes.
7.
In
That's
7.
it. That's my prediction.
Right.
It's going to be.
Right. It can't be them in 5 or 6. Whoa, he's
7, that's
hot.
right.
He already said it.
Kevin Durant's going to be so happy.
On NBC Sports Chicago, Phillies and Cubs.
Poppy, do you want to see Gene Segura be polite? Do you want to see him be polite?
Sure, why not?
All right, my father's pro etiquette. What do we have here? That's a good pitch. That was nasty. It brought me to my knees. And he's like, yeah. Oh, I wasn't looking for that 2-0. I thought that was a fastball. That's good. You're good. Izzy, are you
The
intrigued?
whole world watched it, and everybody knows that was embarrassing, but he just confirmed, yeah, you got me.
You got me. That was a good one. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. That was a hell of a swing. Even though he didn't connect, that was a hell of a swing. He ended up, his knees, and saying to the pitch, that was a good pitch, but if you throw one down the middle, it's going to be different. I'm going to be standing on my own 2 feet.
How's that for a threat, by the way? If you throw one over the middle, I'll stand there.
Stand up.
I will.
In the Atlantic League, Somerset Patriots baseball.
No is the answer. I think most people would say no. But if I said, how about I show you video of an announcer catching a foul ball and announcing it while he's doing it? Do you want to watch that?
Skeeter's the only other team, aside from the Patriots and the Ducks, with double-digit wins on the young season, the 1-1. Cordulo swings and fouls it off towards the broadcast booth, and I make the catch on the foul ball. I am very proud of myself. I hope somebody got video of that, as I caught it on the fly.
Yes. How about you, Izzy? Are you intrigued?
No, not at all. But that is the voice of every single play-by-play guy that does that level of baseball, right? They all sound exactly like that.
You know what? He's so right about that. They're all that guy. How about you, Poppy? Are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But you can see that this guy's a big flunky, He's making everything about him, you know what I mean? You should be making everything about the game and the players. Don't you? You'll never make it to the big leagues. You'll always be broadcasting in that place, you know what I mean?
You know
That's right.
how musty an opinion that is? It's so musty that it's delivered by a man who still calls people a flunky. A flunky. That term has not been used by anybody since the 1950s except him.
On ABC, The Bachelorette.
No, you go to hell. You guys go to hell. No, that didn't deserve a wow. Show them. Intrigued.
That stuff actually works? No, not intrigued at all.
How about you, Poppy?
Are you kidding me? See, I'm very intrigued. That guy is a total package, but he got a tuxedo. He has a nice setup there. He's playing that guitar. He's making music for the lady. She cannot go wrong with that guy. He's no flunky. He's the real deal. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Damn, we're not done yet.
Flunky.
That guy is not a singer. He can sing. You wanna hear some nice music?
Yes, I do.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't know if I ever get back to boom 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 boom.
Beautiful voice. Don't waste it.
It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. It's a third ball game.
I would date you.
Brooks Koepka. We all knew he was going to be in trouble on Sunday. We just thought it was going to be when he got home. Then, after some time on the course, it all ended very well, and look, that's what we get. How great is that? Also,